And welcome back to the Daily News. Steve Gato has joined us now. As you know, he's a certified financial planner, and he also is owner of Retirement Resource Management. We're going to talk about the importance of planning for your retirement, but let's first dive into Social Security. There has been an audit done, and Steve has told me that there's good news, and then there's some not so good news. So welcome, Steve. Just give us the good, bad, and the ugly.
Oh, okay. We'll try to keep it simple here, but Social Security is the backbone of most people's retirement plan. So you want to make sure you understand it. And there's some misconceptions out there about Social Security. Everybody thinks it's already bankrupt, and yet actually it has a surplus. Currently, I've got the numbers right here in front of me. At the end of last year, had a surplus of about $2.7 trillion.
Wow.
So people haven't heard that. So that's positive.
That's positive.
The negative to that is that the change in net position was that it went down $57 billion.
Oh, gosh.
And so we're starting to draw on that. And anytime you've got negative cash flow, it's going to reduce the asset that's there. And so from a longevity perspective on Social Security, it's expected to deplete that surplus around 2034. And so does that mean when we hit 2034 that Social Security is out of money? Absolutely not. But if nothing is done, and that's the key part there,
right.
If nothing is done, Social Security will have to rely on people's existing contributions to Social Security, that amount that comes out of your paycheck every month, to fund it. And so that's going to represent, about a 25% reduction in benefits. So from a planning standpoint, I always include that reduction, even though I don't think it will happen. I think Congress will find a way.
Right.
We've dealt with this before. When they changed the age from 65 to 67, we had a similar situation. So, the reality is that people are living longer, and there are more people that are drawing on Social Security, and that's going to have an effect on it. So that's kind of the current situation. There are a lot of interesting things, and if people go to ssa.gov, they can find the whole report.
Okay, very good. Again, as you said, Social Security is the foundation of your retirement planning, but there's so much else, and it looks like you were saying that there's about a 20% reduction in the market and all of that. So why is it important to right now really look at putting together a plan for your future?
Yeah, and Social Security is the foundation of it. Even though it's reduced, it's something that is repeatable. You can plan on what income you're going to get. So, if you're getting $3,000, I'd rather wait and take Social Security a little bit later and have, a reduction of 25% off of $3,000 than a reduction off of $2,000. And so don't let that fact that they're going to have to reduce it later on impact the decision that you're making right now. Retirement is all about cash flow. And people think it's about assets. It's not. It's about the income that you can create off of your assets that you have. And so finding a way that you're able to leverage those. I was also working on another article this morning, and all of the major indices, whether it's the S&P 500, the Dow Jones Industrial Average, the Russell 2000, when you look at those 7 major averages, the downturn in the market since the beginning of the year is a little over 20%.
Right.
Now, what does that mean to the average retiree? Well, if you're relying on your assets to produce your income, you saw a 20% drop in the assets, you've gone from, say, $1 million, and I use that because it's easy math, to $800,000. So, safe withdrawal rate somewhere between 3.5% and 4%. Using 4%, that means you get $40,000 a year off of your $1 million. When that drops to $800,000, you're now only getting $32,000 a year. So, where does that other $8,000 come from? It's hard to do that in retirement.
I know. That's why it's so important to have someone like you with Retirement Resource Management to kind of guide you through really ferreting through this journey of this downturn and really what's going to be happening over the next year. So Steve Gato, you're always you provide great insight and great information for all of us. And of course, you can go to the website, which is, what is it again, Steve, the website?
www.retirerm.com. Lots of great resources there.
Thank you so much, Steve Gato with Retirement Resource Management. And that's a wrap for this edition of the WHHI Daily News. I'm Robin Zimmerman. Thank you all so much for watching, and our team behind the scenes, and want to thank all of our guests for being with us. And if you missed this edition of the news, well, we'll be back in 90 minutes.